All right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here for two episodes. Two episodes. This is going to be episode uh, 14 and episode 15, which is Thursday and Friday. Um, is it me or did any of you feel as though Thursday's show should have been Friday's show? Thursday's show was jam packed, and Friday's show was kind of so so. We're going to talk about it. Let's go beyond the gates. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hello, hello, hello. Listen, here we go. Hey, Julia, what's going on? You know, we're late. It's late, late. Literally, it is late, late. Like, it's literally 10 minutes to 4 a.m. here where I'm at. Pop, hey, what's going on? Look at my people, child. I love y'all. Y'all be riding with me, baby. But yeah, it's literally 10 minutes to 4 a.m. here in my city. Life was life, and I know y'all get tired of hearing me say that, but that's all right because I'm here with the stuff. So we're going to do episodes 14 and 15, which was our Thursday and Friday. And was it just me, or was Thursday was everything? Everything. Now, we did the live right before the show came on, and then I got all sidetracked, and I literally just ended up getting to watch it. So I watched the two of them back to back. Thursday's show, I probably would have had to come right back on live if I'd actually been able to sit and watch it in real time. Thursday's show was everything. It was everything. Friday was cool, but Friday for me felt like episode 15 felt like the start to a week. It felt like a good Monday show, but that's okay because we're going to talk about it. And then on Monday, we won't get popping all over again. So I'm glad I'm really glad I'm doing these two together because I think they just kind of would have meshed as one, really. I don't know. Anyway, Thursday show, let's start off with episode 14, which was really, really good to me. So we got Nicole, and this is the whole, I thought we were just leading up to it, but we're doing the whole banquet for her to receive her Distinguished Service Award. And here we got Eva to stop past the house just to see if everything was all right. And then they kind of leapt more into it, and we got this whole thing that she literally is like a personal assistant to Nicole. Is it just me, or did they kind of? It just didn't. I didn't pull that she actually was in and out of the house. That I thought she was more of someone who was at the office as opposed to at the house. I thought a couple times when she was at the house was just a fluke where she just ran by to do something or ran by to grab something. But no, so she literally is in and out of their house and everything. She has access really to everything that is Nicole and Ted. And I'm like, okay, all right. So now some of that makes a little bit more sense, but I think maybe it was just me that wasn't completely clear that she was a personal assistant and not just. I thought that she was more of like an assistant inside the office. So here's the thing, right, Julia? She's putting herself everywhere. You said Jessica said Andre was a creep. He needed to be. Listen. They should have been got him up out of there, Jessica, because who's hanging around in a hospital that much, running around with a camera? First of all, you got HIPAA and that kind of thing. HIPAA is the big one. You're not really going to be running around in the hospital with a camera, and you're not with the press or something. You just wouldn't be frequent. I don't care who is who in the office. You and that camera. All by the desk and all that. No. Anyway, soap opera. Okay, so she stopped at the house. So she's doing her whole thing. Oh, she said, hey, James, I've been waiting on your review. You're doing a good job. Thank you so much, Tina, and thank you for trusting me with your time because I know my hours are all over the place with this. So I really do appreciate how you all listen. Y'all are the riders. I'm living for it. Living for it, living for it, living for it. Thank you. Eva ends up meeting Martin. She ends up meeting Martin. And is it me or is Martin really cute when he's being just regular Martin, when he's not being like nasty or doing something extra where he's just doing like his little fill-in parts of just being Martin? He's like a cute man to me. Like he's like his features and stuff. He's just he really fits his role. He really does look like a gay man. Like he's like real, like he would be real meticulous with making sure his skin was right and this and that and just real on top of stuff. Just a pretty man. That's what I'm trying to say. He's like a pretty man, still masculine, but just a pretty man. Anyway, but he's sitting there, or maybe it's just me that's softening up on Martin, because y'all know I wasn't caring for Martin. I wasn't caring for Martin, but so it might just be me softening up on Martin, and I'm actually paying attention to him now. He's cute. Anyway, so I think that's probably it. But anyhow, so Eva's over there. She meets Martin, and she basically won him over like that. It was like real quick. Okay, Ely said no. Martin fine as hell. He's my favorite. Okay. I don't know how he could be your favorite, though. He's so damn mean. So damn self-centered, but I guess it comes with the territory. He is cute, though. She won him over real fast. And then we found out that Leslie stinking behind is going to be working the event. I said that was that phone call she was doing, and she got herself in as a server and a hostess at the doggone event. I said, Lord have mercy, she's a mess. She really is a mess. And you talk about taking chances. She really is the one taking chances, especially with the fact that we know that Ted knows who she is. Nobody else knows who she is, but Ted knows who she is. And then she's a kook. She is. And then she has this whole thing now, this Sherry. It's a whole nother persona. She's Sherry, who was the lady that was going to jump off the roof. So now we're like, okay, we got old suicidal Sherry. Okay, whatever, I guess. I suppose. So then Nicole and Ted are doing as they usually do. And then that's when it comes out, after everything is fine, everything looks like it's going to be right where it's supposed to be and all of that good stuff. Welcome, Harold. They drop it on her like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? You're going and all of this. We always expected you to be at the event. You know, when Nicole's like, no, I expected you to be right there by my side to have my back at the event. All the work that you actually have put in, because now we're seeing how much work she really did put in. She really was like doing the most. And as far as doing her job, she's doing the hell out of her job as a personal assistant. So, I mean, listen, it is what it is. She's doing her part of whatever this is that she's doing. It's a shame that I think it's all going to blow up in her face, because I honestly believe that at some point the truth is going to come out, and I think she's going to have ruined her chance of actually becoming what she wants to be to them because of the underhandedness of how you're coming in. I think it's going to just screw it up for her. I think she's really screwing herself. But, you know, and of course her mother, that's a whole other story. Anyway, they always intended for her to be their guest. And then I said, I knew this was coming. It's like, well, what am I going to wear? Now we're giving Cinderella. I said, oh, she needs a glass slipper, honey. So what does Nicole do? She sends this heifer to Kat's closet. Now I could have whooped Nicole's behind on this. You know what? I'm going to go veer off for a minute. See, my mother, my birth mother, my mom, that lady, she got a bad habit of, oh, well, James has this, and James has that, and oh, yeah, clothes. He got clothes and shoes and stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, he don't wear these, so I'll just give you. My mother was that girl. Well, you wasn't even wearing those. I wouldn't give a goddamn if I never put them on. And see, this was even from when I was younger. You know, I have a cousin that was an adult. He was a complete adult. And I was a young adult. Like I was literally probably about 19, because I graduated. I just turned 17. I graduated from high school at 17. And I was like 19 at this time. And I have this pair of shoes. This, oh God, here we go. Just walk with me here. I had this pair of shoes, okay, that my mother bought me, a pair of Bass shoes. Cute, very cute shoes. One of the few things that we actually agreed on as far as clothing, because we are complete opposites. I told y'all I hung up underneath my grandmother. My grandmother's the flashy one. My mother is very demure. Okay, that's who she is. My mother is a retired accountant. That's who she is. She very that. She very that. She very gray, navy blue, and black. My grandmother's very royal blue, electric blue, red, purple, feathers, bobs, beads, rhinestones. That's my grandma. Okay, so you know who I kind of side with. But I had this one little pair of shoes. My mother had loved these shoes, bought these shoes for me, and I had worn them, I think, maybe twice or three times, and I had them for quite a few years. Listen, my feet stopped growing years ago, okay? I had them, but I've always had an abundance of clothing, shoes, and things of that nature. And then remember, I make clothes too. So as well as buying stuff, I'm making stuff. So I do. I've always had, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, I've always had an abundance of clothing items. So I had this cousin. My mother just felt like, I don't think she liked his shoes. And I think they just was a little bit too worn for her taste, okay? And he had a professional job. And my mother, she's big about shoes. Shoes is her thing. Now, she's big about that. My mother will not, to this day, my mother will not buy a shoe that does not have a leather sole. So all these shoes with the rubber sole and the plastic sole, and you might have my mother's not paying any money for a shoe that is not real leather and have a leather sole. She's just not doing it. It can stay wherever it is. I don't care how much she like it. That shoe could stay in the store. She's not buying it. So I think she just really didn't care for his shoes, and they weren't up to her par. So my mother went along, and she decides to let my cousin have these here shoes. Well, you don't wear them. I ain't even seen you in them. And that's when we had the clash. And I told her, I don't care if you are embarrassed. And I was so glad that I actually walked in when this was going on, because if I had done before I knew anything, my shoes would have gone. But honey, I walked in on the exchange, and I don't care if you are embarrassed. He not getting my shoes. If he wants some shoes, he could buy himself some shoes. If not, baby, he could walk on his knees, but he's not getting my damn shoes. So and I'm 53 now, and baby, when I tell you that I could feel the little hair standing up on the back of my neck, kind of just how I felt about, girl, don't be giving away my damn shoes. Stay out of my stuff. But that's who my mother is. So when I seen Nicole do this, when I tell you, I was like, well, I was ready to call my mother on the phone, tell her off again. Baby, how dare you send that girl? That girl. You say, I assume your mom gave away her stuff as well. Oh, she'll do it in a minute, Pop. If she ain't using it, she'll give it away. I have a lot of clothes that have tags on them, okay? That's just always been me. That's just the way it is. If I ain't buying nothing else, I'm buy some clothes. That's just the way it is. I don't care. And, people always say, you got stuff, if you ain't wearing, if you haven't worn this certain amount of time, you should give it away. Who the hell told you that? Who told you that? And I'm not a stingy person. I've sat on here on this platform. You could just go pick a video. There's been many times I've taken things off, jewelry, clothing, taking it off, had the clothing clean, and shipped it off to one of you all. When somebody's like, oh, I love that shirt you have. Well, I have taken it off, taken it to a cleaner's, had it cleaned, packaged it up, and shipped it off. I am a very giving person, but that's my choice. It irritates me when she would do it. You don't decide what happens with my stuff. I decide what happens with my stuff. So that was what it was. And then here's the thing. Kat don't like Eva. So it wasn't just any old thing you gave her. You gave her a gown. A gown. Maybe I cut that half of my gown. I'd have cut it off her with a straight razor. Anyway, so down off my soapbox, but I'm back, honey. Listen, I threw my whole self off. Anyhow, but that's what came to mind when she was doing this. I was like, you out of order, Nicole. Nicole, you going to shit your pants when you figure out what's really going on and how you've been bamboozled by Miss Eva. You're going to shit your pants, honey. Anyway. So that's that. And then there's this whole little section where we see old Eva fantasizing. She's sitting there looking at this family photo, fantasizing about coming clean to Ted and how he's going to accept her. And you're my daughter and I love you and I'm going to spoil you at Christmas. Girl, my dear, you are very disillusioned. You are very wearing part of the crazy that your mother has given you by birth. It's not going to go like that, honey. If anything, you might get thrown into the Christmas tree, honey. I don't see it happening for you like that, sis. And then the truth of the matter is, once your mother figures out how engulfed in their life that you become, it may really end up, girl, you may end up without your dad or your mother for one reason or another. I think you're really going to be given a little.
Merry Christmas, Mama.
I think it's going to be a whole lot like that. Just hold on. Anyway, moving right on along. Danny has slipped over into her bipolarity. Okay. So Danny is stuck. She's over here. Hey, Jessica. She's over here and she is really in it. And she is following Bill and Haley all through their social media. And they are literally not even thinking about her. Like literally, they ain't thinking about her. They having a good time. And baby, she is giving stalker and she getting mad. And then she ended up getting busted by Naomi looking at the stuff in her tablet right before they went to the event. I said, oh gosh. So just a whole mess with this whole Danny thing. I said, oh, Danny. And I'll buy for a minute that she actually is like coming out of it. And she's going to be okay. And then she jumped right back in and she do something stupid. I was like, all right, I knew that all of that tablet wasn't going to end well. I just knew it. Hey, Natalia. Papa Dupree. Everybody's getting ready. And then let me say this. How clean was everybody? Everybody, whoever's working on wardrobe, you are doing a fantastic job. They're not just throwing clothes at them. I think they're literally looking at our characters, really putting thought and time into this. And each character is really being dressed to their actual character, things that really do fit them and look good on their body. The whole cast in this whole episode really was red carpet ready. And it literally went with each personality of the characters. The wardrobe is doing a fantastic job. Baby Mama Dupree, stay clean. And Nicole, Dr. Nicole Richardson, you don't want a day. Do you understand me? You don't want a day of Nicole's closet at all. And her hair, Yes, her hair was Natalia. Her hair, that soft wave and them pin curls that they had over exaggerated, everything. Everything. And it is still very realistic. It's still very realistic as far as, you know, the things they're going to and how it's done. And fantastic. Fantastic. So kudos to the wardrobe department, but everybody looked fantastic. They really, really did. And even Eva, for a change, that was a very cute dress of Cats that she pulled down and she had on. And the truth of the matter is, it was very cute on Eva, but I could definitely see that dress on Cat and it actually really coming to life. It looked just like what it was supposed to look like on Eva. Like she had this really good dress, but she really didn't know what she was doing. That little necklace, girl, if you don't take that Forever 21 necklace and go somewhere and sit down. But anyway, so all of that was cool. But Papa Dupree ended up getting this call and his face, I said, uh-oh. So who done made Papa mad, baby? It was all really about that presidential run. He done found out that Martin's trying to do the whole going for the presidency. And he was side-eyeing Martin. I said, what is he going to say to him? Baby, when he pulled Martin to the side and told Martin, he said, your arrogance has replaced your common sense. I said, oh, I said, not dragging him. I got him. Dragged him, right? I just dragged him. I said, oh, damn. And Martin was sitting there looking at him all stupid. And that's what he told him. He said, this is crazy. He said, the scrutiny you're going to fall up underneath, you ain't ready for. And it definitely will uncover your secret. And I don't know why Martin hadn't thought about that, because, you know, when you go to playing around in politics all like that, it's amazing he's sitting where he's sitting without any of that coming out, whatever it is. And I cannot wait to find out what it is. But yeah, the presidency, it will definitely come out. It will definitely come out. And Martin, your little dirty dog with your cute little self, you was over there. Yes, Smitty was cute too. And the kids even look good. Them kids is adorable. They really are. Their two kids, that daughter and son, are just the most adorable little things. They really are. Smitty, child, he is literally backdooring Smitty. No pun intended. He backdooring Smitty and literally shooting down his opportunities to actually go work. He just agreed to it, but now you're going to try to sabotage. I said, sabotage. Said, damn, it happened right inside your own house. Like, man, you can't even sleep at night. Okay. And you trying to ruin somebody else's job. A mess. So he got that going on. I said, okay, cool. So Papa done told him, and I said, maybe that'll shake some sense into him. But no, when they were up there doing their little speeches to Nicole and all that, he gonna give that little wink, wink, nudge speech. Honey, Papa was looking at him. I said, baby, I think your grandfather is about to smack your face, honey, if you don't knock it off. I said, you can't win that argument, Martin. You're going to make your papa mad with you, honey. I said, okay. Now, did y'all catch Danny's? And Danny was sharp too. And she was on her best behavior once they got there. But when Danny gave her intro for Andre's film, for the little film that he did of Nicole and all of that, I said, ew. This is another area for me. Let me tell you something. When it comes to me, I come from a large family, okay? And just large overall. Like, we're smaller. Like, I got just me and a brother, and my aunt has 2 kids, like that. But as a whole, my family's big, okay? And we've always been the kind that invite others in. So we got a lot of people who call me cousin and stuff that aren't really my cousins. But once we accept them in and they say cousin, then you're my cousin. Okay. And that's it. And I could never look at you as anything else other than my cousin. Okay. There's a reason why I've never really dated anybody from the north side of town, because most of my cousins and stuff and the people I grew up with on the north side, I look at them as cousins. People who I went to school with and stuff, mm-mm. I ain't never did no parallel producer with none of them folks, child. Y'all are cousins. Once that's it, there don't even have to be no blood. First time you come breezing through and you have some family function and you talking about cousin and you call them my cousins, your cousins, you and I can't do nothing in a parallel state. It just does not happen. The way in which I cringed when Danny said, yes, up next in this stunning piece of footage by Andre, cousin by marriage, keeping it in the family. I cringed and I said, you nasty bitch. You've been laying Andre every odd Tuesday and Thursday since this came on. And it was in the back of my mind. And I kept saying, well, they don't see themselves as family because there actually is no blood. Her sister is married to his uncle. So it really is okay. The optics of it will look a little strange if they come out publicly. But wait a minute. Here's the thing. All of that is true. But the fact that you actually sat up there and you just called him your cousin. Everybody knows that he ain't really your cousin. Everybody knows that. Everybody know that. But he been playing in your toy box. And you actually introduced him as your cousin by marriage. Honey, with all the beef sticks walking around, you absolutely don't have to have a cousin, a play cousin, a half brother, a half sister, a play sister, play brother. You ain't got to have them playing in your toy box. I don't like that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff just gives me the, and that's just me. Feel free to speak on it. You know, I let y'all say whatever it is y'all want to say, but that's how I feel about it. And it gave me the willies, honey. I was like, ugh, nasty tramp, honey. You and him, honey. Both of you. Get out of my face. Anyway, so that just freaked me out. I wrote it right on down to my notes. That's all nasty ass. Anyway, so that's that. That's that. Eva finally ends up getting there and all of that and ends up running into Leslie. They had a couple different little engagements and she's like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why would you be here, Mom? Like, why would you be here? I thought we agreed that you were going to wait. This wouldn't be it. Why are you trying to do this to Nicole? Nicole is not even the target. This, that, and honey, I looked at her mother and I said, girl, look how she's looking at you. Look how she's looking at you. It's getting closer and closer. Look how your mother's looking at you. And then when she told her, she said, oh, these stuck-up people done got to you, huh, baby girl? This, that, thing, and the other. And then she said something else to her. I said, girl, it's getting closer and closer.
Merry Christmas, Mama.
It's getting closer and closer, baby. Your mother is going to turn on you. And then when she called her Little Miss Big Shot, I said, oh, she's starting to get pissed. I said, okay, crazy Sherry, honey. I said, all right. So that was that. And then when we're sitting there and everybody's doing their speeches, Leslie had already made her way up to the front, talking about, can I get you something? When they put the spotlight on Leslie, her timing, like she is the perfect party crasher. Her timing, when they put that spotlight, maybe she was right over there, all up over her shoulder. I said, look at this. She said, what are you doing, honey? And you can see Eve about to swallow her tongue, right? I said, okay. Then we catch Leslie while Ted's actually giving his words to Nicole. Leslie is sitting over there fantasizing now. I said, what is really going on? As she's fantasizing about Ted, talking about how much he loves her and how he couldn't have did it without. I said, so it's not that you're so much hating, you're really jealous and you really want him. See, this all goes together with the crazy of it all of it. And she was really giving all that. And I'm looking at her, honey, and the way she be looking at him is giving, I hate you so much. But she want to kiss him at the same time. And I'm like, she is nutty as a damn fruitcake. And right in the midst of that, baby, that little chunky man came by and said, hey, you, get your shit, let's go. He fired her at him. He said, do I got to call security? He said, you're supposed to be working. You're not supposed to be fraternizing with the guests. Get your ass. And had her, threw her right on out. And the tea was, baby, she was just getting ready to turn it. She had heard about enough of, yes, we love Nicole, that she could take. She was about to turn the party. She was on her way for the mic, honey, when a little fat guy and yanked her up out of here like she was on Showtime at the Apollo. I said, bye, girl. Took her out there and fired her, honey. And then I look over and it's her daughter, honey, doing the soap opera thing, honey. He took her, walked her out. Maybe that's where we was ending out the episode. And we see Eva, they be staring at the doorway, honey. I said, okay, we get it. You did it. That's fine. She the one that got it. He said, thank you for telling me about that lady so I can get her on up out of here. I said, you got your mother fired. You're going to get in trouble. Girl, you in danger, Miss Eva. Anyway, so that was how we actually ended out this episode. I think that this episode and everything, even the ending, was all perfect for a Friday show, not for Thursday. Because now on Friday, I was expecting more. I'm like, is she ready to break loose and really go screaming and carry on? But no. When we go into this next episode, we're in the episode 15. And at this point, we're on another day. This is the day after. So everything was fine. I said, oh, I ain't like that. We could have did a filler episode on Thursday and just went on. I wouldn't mind them stretching out because there was so much going on at that party. There was so much going on at the party that I'd have been fine if they'd have stretched it a day, but that's all right. So we go into episode 15. We're down to Fairmont Crest. And Andre now done went, here he goes. We were just talking about Andre. He back got his stinking behind up there to the hospital. Now he done made his way on into the room. And it seems as though Derek's actually okay. So I don't think we're having too much issues about his memory and everything. And actually they brought a lady in there with a cat. So there actually was, it's a little black lady, cute little lady. And she come in and was saying how appreciative she was about him saving her cat. So it actually was a cat. There really was a cat. And he actually did go back in the building to save this woman's cat. Did you see that old fat, ugly cat? That cat wasn't even cute. I said, I know you, that's who you went back in there to get? You went back up and listen, this is what Ashley ended up giving him to. She ended up telling him off. Like, are you kidding? Something's off with you that you would take that kind of a chance to run back in there and get a cat. And you knew the ceiling was about to go. Now I'm with her. Now, I don't want to see nobody perish in a fire. But that little ugly cat, the way he done went back up in there and how he been in the hospital for a couple of days, you'd have thought he went back up in there to get Michelle Pfeiffer in the Catwoman suit. Okay? But no, not this little fat, fuzzy cat. I said, girl, round, honey. Get on out of here, honey. I was like, that's better him than me, because baby, that cat would have been singing ka-chow, ka-chow up on the doggone the holy trail, honey. Wouldn't happen, honey. But he done got balled up about the cat. So it actually is a cat. There actually was a situation. He actually is off his game because he can't pay attention to work because he is worried about Andre stealing his woman. And he is exactly right in such, because your nose is wide open to Andre, and Andre's nose is wide open to you. And Andre's everything else is wide open to old Danny, to his cousin. So you better watch out, girl. All of y'all's in danger. So that's that. But he done forced his way up in there taking pictures of Derek. And you could read the room. Child, Derek was like, them pictures. I said, he ain't want to be bothered with that mess. Talking about he volunteered to do the photos for some local paper that wanted to do a thing on him. He's like, man, I want you to get out my face and get away from my woman. That's what I want. And I'm like, yeah, because it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And it's really making me not like Ashley. Because now she done start asking Derek different questions, like it's something. What's wrong with you? And why you say that? You know, what he said, oh, that is such a great idea for him to do that. He said, oh, you think so? You think it's a great idea for him to be taking pictures of me and doing all this beating in my damn face? Whatever. And she kept on, what do you mean by that? You know what he mean by that, you nasty tramp. You gonna try to sit up and act like you don't know what's going on. People kill me playing games. I don't like that kind of stuff. So that's making me not like Ashley. But anyway, he's anti-Andre, and as he should be. As he actually should be. So that thing, that's that. I ain't like all that. Didn't like all that. Okay, sorry, y'all. So that's that. Andre running Nicole. He had a couple run-ins with Nicole where Nicole is questioning his movement. And she told him to keep his hands up off of Eva, too. When she found out that they actually knew each other, so you keep your hands off of Eva. And it's like, because she really is his cousin for real. But this is his first cousin, actually. So he's like, no. She's, Eva's just a friend. Now, and that's the part that kind of wore me out. Yeah, you don't know she's your cousin. Eva's cute. You chasing Ashley. Didn't I tell y'all that Ashley don't look like nothing? Ashley ain't nothing but regular schmegular. And you already banging Danny. And you all hell-bent about Ashley? I could say more, but I won't. Get out of my face, Andre. Anyway, so that whole thing is what's going on. Now, Danny is supposed to be going over here to this weekly dinner they have over at Mama and Papa Dupree's house. And she says she's going to skip on out. She has some business that she has to take care of. Told a whole lie. Okay? A whole lie. I mean, the fabrication on this lie. All about business. No, she on her way to go mess with Bill and Haley. Don't know that they're on their way back. Now, you didn't pay attention to everything else. You stop watching. You don't know that they back in the States. They're on their way home. They over there playing Drive and Drop the Partition, please. Okay, you don't need to see Miss Haley on her knees, honey. 45 minutes to get all dressed up. And we going to make it to this club. I said, what are y'all doing, honey? They back there doing it, honey, on their way home. And she is playing games. She got this gift box. And she goes and she runs into this the security child, George, old talking ass George, the security, running to him. She slink all up around him and grinning and smiling and batting her eyes at him and gets the code to get in the door. And he let her in. Then he ends up being over at the mom and the pop's house and almost slip up and tell, because they told him something about, oh, Danny wasn't here because Danny had to go to business meeting. He's like, I just seen Danny. He'd almost told. So I'm figuring he's on his way back to their house, was like the last that we seen him. And Danny then got up in the house, cut off the security alarm. She's walking around in the house. She got a bottle of liquor from, it was a bottle of champagne, this expensive old bottle that she's been holding since they got married. It was one of their gifts. And she's drinking it out the bottle. She then got completely sloshed, walking around in their house, just doing the most. They took the bottle and bam, their wedding picture and broke the glass and just old drunken foolishness. Just drunk. And then she gonna say, and here's the thing. I said, where are y'all getting these little catch lines from? I think I know who's back there in that room doing some of that writing, honey. When she said, oh, just a little disco nap. Y'all done heard me say something about a disco nap. You know, that's a gay thing, honey. We talking about we having a little disco nap. That's when you take a little nap, honey, before you go, when you go from day partying and then you got a night party, you take a little disco nap, honey, and then you get a child. That's some type of lingo, honey. I've never heard any of my straight friends ever speak about a disco nap. That's always something that I've heard one of my gay friends say, child, take a little disco nap. But anyway, we all share sayings, I guess. But I laughed so hard. I said, not a little disco nap. Come on, Miss Danny. But again, she is a model and things. So that's something that she probably would say. She probably would use the same lingo that some of my gay counterparts actually would use. And then if you caught it earlier in the show, Papa Dupree, do you listen to Glorilla? Because there was a point where Nicole was at the dinner and was saying, I'm not believing this thing with Danny and this business meeting. It just doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel right to me about that just don't feel right. I don't know. I don't trust it. And Papa Dupree turned right around and said, let her cook. I said, wait a minute. So I was sitting around cracking up. I said, let me find out that Papa Dupree is running around there listening to Glorilla. Anyway, so I got a couple laughs off of that. Cat. Now, Cat ain't figured out yet that heifer that had her dress on. She ain't figured it out yet, okay? She's home now, but she ain't figured out that heifer that had her dress on. I guess once the pictures are all done and they go through pictures, she'll actually see it. And Cat, you know Cat gonna go off. But she's in full pursuit of Tomas. And I looked at Cat and Tomas together. They really are a cute couple. They really are a cute couple. They are like perfect together. I said they look really cute, real sharp little couple together. And Tomas, when she found out, like she said, what is it like working for my ex-uncle? And he's like, oh, you know, he's cool, this, that thing, and the other. Which Tomas, we know you don't really think he's cool. We know you clout chasing and you waiting on Bill to mess up and you going to excel. We see you, Tomas. But she said, no, I don't agree with anything you said. My Uncle Bill is selfish, small-minded, and not to be trusted. I said, oh. Right, Harold. He said, Tomas gives me shiesty vibes, especially being in such a close proximity to Bill. Could just be me, though. No, it ain't just you, Harold. It's not just you. He gives you lawyer. He's like perfect to be a lawyer. He just looked like a little liar and he looked like a clout chaser. And no, he's not to be trusted, just like Bill. Just like Bill. Same thing. Same thing. But Kat let out that she is a virgin. She's a virgin. And she talked a little bit about how usually once guys find out that she's a virgin, they just kind of, I think, well, I've been there before, and it's a long, 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 long time ago. But when some people find out that you're a virgin, then they would go into top pursuit instead of actually trying to caress you. You need to caress me out of my virginity. You don't need to slam me down and get it. You know what I mean? So I was waiting to see us to come on, Mr. Tamals. What's getting ready to happen? But he played it perfect, and he going slow walker. And I said, good look, good look. So right now I'm Team Tomas and Kat. I definitely am. I think he's gonna make me mad later on. I do. I think he's gonna make me mad later on. But for right now, they are really a cute, 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 cute couple. Very cute couple. Derek is over there at that hospital having night terrors about Andre trying to steal his woman, and he has that going on. He is dead on. He got a third eye, baby. It is working. It is working, because right outside the door, baby, Derek out there playing all them little games and showing a little video to the old girl on his phone, and then try to kiss that old Ashley in the face. I said, ugh. Ugh. And like I said, this episode didn't have so much. Last thing that we actually see, again, they are in the car on the way home, Bill and Haley. On the way home, they done had a little taste. And they look, see where they're at. And they about halfway home, they decide to go in for another little taste. And I said, y'all, driver, don't turn around. You don't need to see Miss Haley and what she back there doing to Bill. And I'm laughing at Bill. He's like, his stature is a lot. Child, y'all got Bill in that little ass car. Bill looks so crunched up, like his head is almost touching the ceiling, and she all little. I said, oh, he looks so crunched in the back of that car, but he making it work, baby, because she back there giving it, honey. Take all of me. I just want to be the girl you like. He's making it work out back there in that little tight, crunched up space. I said, come on, Bill. He's fine, but he's just shysty, and I just can't like him. Here we are. I didn't like him when we were watching Queen Sugar, and he just make me not like him here. He was still fine over at Queen Sugar, but he just wasn't worth a damn. Wasn't worth a damn. Anyway, so that's that. Last thing, Talking Ass George is on his way back over to the house, I believe. Haley and Bill is on the way to the house, and Danny is wasted and then got on the couch. Told her she gonna have her a disco nap. She done fell asleep. She up in their house. I said, oh my God. So this is going to be a mess. So we need to see, and this is how we ended our Friday. This is okay, but I still say Thursday's episode was a better ender than this one. But we'll get to see Monday. They're going to hold us through the weekend, and we'll get to see Monday who gets there first. I got a feeling that it ain't going to be George. I don't believe George talking behind going to get there first and get her out of there before Haley find her up in her house and broke her wedding picture and carrying on. You say Timon K. Durrett is always playing a philanderer. He got it down pat. He got it down pat. He definitely got the looks and everything for it to be able to move in and out of different situations with his old fine self. But yeah, he's a dirty dog, just a dirty dog. And Miss Haley, I guess you're really, really talented, aren't you? Anyway, that's it. That's all. I done held y'all long enough, baby. It is 4:38 a.m. my time, and I am going to bed. Thank y'all for joining me. I love y'all for real. I will see you all back behind these very gates Monday. All right, you all. Have a great weekend. I'll see y'all later.